All right. So second
Those
question.
are good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's three. Those are good, and the first one's lovely. I love that. Kiss your husband on the head, whether he's awake or not, presumably. Right?
He's usually sitting at the kitchen table having a really leisurely breakfast when I'm herring off. It takes 2 hours to get to the office in the morning. I take 5 minutes. So
that's the life of the academic for you, I think, right?
Exactly. That's right.
All right. So, second question: what has been the hardest lesson that you've learned in real estate?
And it's really hard for me because I love it all. I like challenges. They get me up in the morning. So, perhaps the hardest lesson is that the market has been slower in Pittsburgh than I imagined to turn around. That people do not see the world the way I see the world. I know those things to be true now. I think early on, I didn't understand that about myself. I think I have a very unique perspective on cities and real estate that most people don't. I don't know. I think people don't see it quite the same way I do. So when it comes to real estate, you see a building, you love it. Yeah, you have to stop and think, yes, but will other people love it? So just because I love it doesn't mean someone else will love it. So
right.
And we actually live in a building that was in downtown Pittsburgh that we didn't intend to live in. It's a lovely small building with 3 units and a retail space. And that's probably been the most difficult project I've ever done, although it got an AIA, an American Institute of Architects Honor Award. But it isn't big enough to manage vacancy because there's only 4 units. And the retail space just never worked on this street. It's a very, very difficult street. And the units, the actual rental units were fine, but at one point we were feeding the building so much to keep it that John and I just sort of looked at each other and said, let's sell the house and move in there. And that's exactly what we did.
You decided to live in it instead.
Yeah, and the retail space, we're talking 10 years later, I finally moved my office into it because I couldn't find a tenant that I thought was the right sort of use. It's a lovely little courtyard. It's a lovely space, but it's not a good fit with that street. That was a hard lesson. I still love the building, but,